Hello, and welcome to the Talking Yanks pregame show from home. I think for the last time this year, because I think it's the last midweek West Coast late night games. I think someone in the chat will correct it. I am BBD. That is my good friend Dan Canobio. First time on
Hey,
the pregame show in a little bit for you. How are you?
doing great. Took a couple days off after Seattle. Got Vegas next week for a big fight. All the while, I've been watching the Yanks do whatever they are doing because sometimes it's not baseball, sometimes it is baseball. Just a mediocre, weird team that I'm sure we're going to dive into on this pregame show. But I'm doing well.
The Yankees are they are a weird team, man. I don't know what to do with kind of any of it. It's one of the weirder spots I've seen these Yankees as I'm trying to sort out a couple filters on the thing. Looks like the live chat's working. People are talking. We love that. And
Yeah,
I
say
love the
Mike,
people.
Oregon.
Hello. Anywho, yeah, the Yankees they need to they need to like do well over the next however many games against what do they got? Angels, Mets. They needed to do well against the
Royals.
Rockies, Royals. Yes, Royals this weekend, Mets next week. I mean, and then they're gonna be fucking tested in August. Baltimore, end of July into August. Baltimore, Tampa, Houston.
Mm.
A little respite with the White Sox. Miami, who's currently in second place in the NL East. The Braves, the Red Sox are in the mix. I mean,
Well, by
the
that
Yankees
time,
have
they'll
not
have
set themselves up well, but they'll have a whole new team by then.
Yeah, they'll have a new catcher, a new left fielder, Soto and Otani, because they're listening or that's what they're looking to improve. Pretty much just give us a new team.
New roster. Yeah, Yanks in the market for every position. So that's that's what you want on July 17th to hear. There's some teams where that's a fun situation, like the Braves, where they don't really have like a hole, but they're gonna just add talent, and you're
Right.
interested to see where that ends up. But Yankees, like I can't claim it's as fun. And that's
No.
what's really upsetting.
Yesterday, Sunday's game against the Rockies, I felt like the Yankees are in a spot where it's almost this is a crazy statement, and I'm probably gonna get some backlash, but I almost rather than be a 100 loss team, a 95 loss team, than be like a middle of the road, so frustrating, making these base running mistakes, just not hitting, just mediocre. Like play one great game on Saturday and then follow up with a dud. That right there is frustrating because you're on this roller coaster ride. It's just
Yeah,
it's just too much, man.
they generally pitch well. Obviously, bullpen betrayed them a little bit in yesterday's game. Not as much as they never hit, and bad base running betrays them kind of every night of late. Um, it's just a brutal combination, man.
Brutal. Before we get to the lineup, should we tell everyone like what we were just talking about before we went on the air about this Gilgo Beach killer?
Oh yes, tell the people all about it because frankly, I have a lot to learn about it as well.
So Rob Sirocco, or one of our great editors, producers, sent us a group chat on Saturday to Dre and Kevin Hargrave. Like, oh my God, the Gilgo Beach Killer's office was right next to ours on Fifth Avenue, next to our favorite coffee place, the place called About Time that sells these cool coffees that we love. Then
Coffee of the future.
Coffee of the future. And then New York Post on Instagram just posted a thing where you can see the guy, Rex, whatever, on street maps, like on the Google Street Map, and he's standing out right in front of the coffee place that we've gone to hundreds of times. It's freaking weird,
like an
man.
outing for us. We make the walk over there. Like,
so excuse me if I'm a
trippy.
little rattled for the beginning of this pregame show because I have crossed paths with the Gilgo Beach Killer. While I get
we've
my
been there
team.
at the same time as him?
Probably.
I don't know
Mitch.
I don't know what his face looks like.
Well, Mitch, dumb face.
Is it Mitch?
It could be Mitch. I'm worried. But yeah, Mitch goes there like 40 times a day, so he probably has seen him. But yeah, that was something. Seeing that just before we hit live.
Yeah, that's quite an information drop. As I am searching to pull up the lineup.
I got it.
If you've got it, why don't you tell the people what the Yankees are throwing out there? I remember one thing about it specifically that I'm excited to talk about, but tell people the rest.
The Yankee lineup for tonight against your California Angels of Anaheim of LA. Oswaldo Peraza leading off, playing third base. Okay. Giancarlo Stanton at DH, batting second, batting third. Gleyber Torres at second, cleaning up Anthony Rizzo and his 11 home runs. Batting fifth, Harrison Bader in center field. Then we got Volpe in short. At short, Isaiah Kiner-Falefa batting seventh, playing left field. Eighth is Cabrera. And then catching is Jose Trevino on the hill. Number 40, Luis Severino. Leadoff Peraza. Clean up Rizzo. Volpe, you're once batting eighth. You're now batting sixth, and you were once leading off.
Yeah. So leadoff Peraza is the main thing that sticks out. I guess not necessarily issues, but just things of note. One, leadoff spot's been kind of a weird thing for the Yankees all year. Gleyber's one of the few guys that's looked comfortable in there. He was comfortable in their last series. Just why change what he's doing? I would keep some of that. Peraza has not been part of the team per the Yankees doing. And now he's back and he's leading off. Something I don't think not that I monitor AAA lineups that much. I don't believe he's like the leadoff hitter very often there. That part of it's not the crazy part. It's just that he wasn't on the team. They've had chances to make him part of the team. Now you're going to lead him off. Okay. He's playing third base. That's good. They had 2 months earlier this year where Donaldson was out, and I know Peraza got hurt himself, but they played him. He got 5 starts at third base in those 2 months. So that was a missed opportunity to get him comfortable. And I think since going back down, he started just 2 games at third the rest of the season. So you have not been working him out at third. You have not given him a reason to really believe he's part of this MLB roster. And you have him doing both of those things today. He's a very important part of the team.
It's unreal, man. It's unreal. The Gleyber point you made, I heard something today that Gleyber, I think in his last 5 games leading off, he has a hit, and it's one of the longest streaks or something in X amount of years. Like, of all the weird lineups Yankees have thrown together, like Gleyber leading off, I feel like has been the most dependable, or the most one that we see the most.
Gleyber leadoff's been like the thing this year they found, and
like the one
serving them well.
The one constant has been Gleyber leading off, but now he's in the 3 hole. The moving of, I mean, we're going to go hard to this line, but just the moving of Volpe around constantly. It's just, these are the things that all fans, the chat will agree with, that it's just like frustrating to see. I would love to know their reasoning for Peraza leading off. I thought he had a great at bat in the 9th or 10th inning where we thought.
Oh, I think he'll do well.
Right. Yeah. It's just, I'd love to know the reasoning. It's just very strange. Like, growing up my whole life, you knew where you were going to bat. Like, I batted first or second, so I kind of knew what to expect when I came to the field. Like, it's just standard stuff. But Rizzo batting fourth, despite not hitting a home run in 41 games, is interesting.
My travel teams, I batted fifth a lot. I don't know what that does for the people.
That's like the guy they try not to steal the thunder of the cleanup hitter. So that's what that meant. That's what that meant in my league.
Right.
My field.
Man, Trevino's in there. Nice. So a little bit, Peraza's kind of the what to watch for, because I haven't seen him lead off very much. I haven't seen him play third base very much. I want to watch both of those things. And the other one is Sevy. He'll be pitching from the stretch. That's the big change they're trying out. So
is that really? Oh, that's interesting.
That's, at least I didn't learn it prior to Jimmy saying it on Talking Yanks last night. So grain of salt, I guess.
Is it like a tipping thing?
But I believe that was real. He has cited, Sevy has cited pitch tipping as what he thinks his issue has been. So.
Yeah, I mean, the velocity is there. I mean, the velo is there and the stuff is there. It's very, very weird, frustrating, puzzling to see how a guy like him with all the talent in the world, kind of pushing an 8 ERA, 14 earned runs in his last 2 starts. That's also like kind of my what to watch for is like with Severino. You really don't know what to expect out of him. You need innings from him tonight because a lot of guys came in yesterday out of the bullpen. And my what to watch for is the bullpen, which for the first half, if I was giving out my first half grades like I wanted to in my Talking Yanks debut, I would have given the bullpen an A, like maybe borderline A plus. They are the strength of the team, but lately we've seen some faltering. David, Michael King 5.27 ERA in his last 13. Canely, who's been getting into some trouble lately. Didn't expect him to have a 0 ERA the whole season. 4 earned runs over his last 2 innings pitched, 0 in his previous 15 and a third. Ron has not been great, 4 earned runs over his last 3 games. He only gave up 1 earned run in his previous 13. Nick Ramirez was good for a while. He is starting to run into it. So is this the type of season it's going to be? The season of mediocreness up and down, where the first half it was the bullpen that was carrying it, and maybe the offense wakes up now, and then the bullpen falters. They start giving up leads. Frustrating. Who's been great, obviously, is Clay Holmes and Wandy. But I'm keeping an eye on the bullpen tonight. And I'm keeping an eye on the bullpen for the next couple of weeks. I know they want to add to it. And it's also threefold. Severino could potentially be a part of the bullpen. With Nestor throwing BP to Judge on the field today, there's an odd man out. Clark has been good. Domingo Germán threw a damn perfect game. Severino out of the bullpen. He's done it before. I know he doesn't want to do that in a contract year. I know he wants to establish himself on the market as a starter, but you got to help this team win games. And Severino could be that guy out of the pen to help bolster some of those numbers that I just gave you.
Yeah, I agree on the bullpen front. On the whole, I believe in this bullpen, and they've been so good all year as a collective. But we've seen a couple guys of late. I think Wandy's figured it out again, but over the last couple weeks, some guys look not quite themselves. Ron has not been his sharpest. Clay, I have no issues with, but he did give up his first homer yesterday. Nick Ramirez as well. But I'll be honest, some less built-in confidence with Nick Ramirez than
right. He was kind of fooling me for a while.
He's I think a perfectly adequate last guy in the pen. And maybe he can graduate to a little more than that. But sure, Canely gets touched up for the first time yesterday, pretty good. So let's hope for some bounce back performances. Like bullpen, don't become a talking point moving forward. And you'll probably get some help because every good team at the deadline is going to add someone to their bullpen. And the Yankees, whether it's true or not, the Yankees believe they are a good team. And I certainly hope they are one.
Body. And it could be Severino added to that. And it could be a guy named Jonathan Loizaga, even though he's out of sight, out of mind. I think he's just through or something. Or
did he get on a mound? There was some real update on him that I've since erased a little bit. So
how about just going out and beating the Angels? They lost 7 of 8. BBD. They're down bad. Trout out. Rendon out. Ohtani dangling him. He's their manager being asked mid-game if he's going to be traded. They just dropped 2 of 3 to the Astros. Then again, who had the Yanks losing 2 out of 3 to the Cubs, Cardinals, and Rockies. So you would think that the Angels would be ripe for Yankees for a few laughers, but that's just not the case this year. So I expect 3 battles.
Yeah, and it starts tonight with Luis Severino and the pitching path to victory. And I'll be honest, this could be sloppy. I mean, I'm taking some stock in here.
Yeah. That bullpen usage chart it's a funk fest.
And the following guys I feel like have to be ruled out. Clay Holmes has pitched back-to-back days. Low pitch counts in each of them, but I would guess they will do all they can to stay away from him tonight. Wandy Peralta and Tommy Canely also each pitched both Saturday and Sunday. Same exact pitch counts from them. Yep. So that's just kind of cool to look at on a chart. They threw 16 pitches Saturday, 18 pitches Sunday. Nifty. So I believe Mike King will be involved in tonight's action, and he may be maxing out on a pitch count again. 41 pitches Friday. He could be looking towards a similar workload almost no matter what. Is the only other guy like fully 100% available, completely uninhibited
You got to
is
think
Albert
Ron too.
Abreu, and no thanks. Ron should be fine too, but he
Two
did technically
pitches.
get into yesterday's game.
2 pitches in his last 5 games. 0 Wednesday, 0 Thursday, 0 Friday, 0 Saturday, 2 Sunday, including the walk-off home run.
Yeah,
Interesting to see who
I
close.
imagine will be in this game.
Yeah, he's coming in tonight. Interesting to see if they have like a 2-run lead. Who's coming in the close? If
Yeah, are they
Holmes
gonna
really
flip
is,
it to? Are they gonna wait to go to King for like 7, 8, 9? Are they gonna have King just immediately after Sevy? That King's gonna get in this game because they kind of mathematically have to use him, and that's a
yeah,
spot you hate to be in.
Sevy to Ron to King.
I, so I think, yeah, I think what we've kind of stumbled into is we need an actual good start from Sevy. Like
Need it.
we need
He needs it
you
for
got
his.
to give 5 innings.
Yeah, he needs it for his self. The Yankees need it for their next couple games. Yesterday was a backbreaker. All those arms used with the lead with multiple leads, tough.
Mm-hmm.
And
Multiple run leads.
great. First time that's happened in a long time. What else we got?
Hey, guess that's the path. One of the more grim paths we've seen on this show this year.
Well, I'm sure they weren't expecting to get all those guys in there yesterday.
Yeah, well,
3-1 lead in the
hopefully,
eighth.
hopefully the next 2 days, Domingo and Ron, and Rodon, one of you help reset the pen, please.
Hmm.
That would be great with the off day Thursday, and we can fully go for the Royals series. They got to win. They have to win. They have to go like 5-1 in these 6 games, and I
It's
hate
like
having to ask for that.
right. It's like not even like would be nice. 4-2 would be nice split. Like you're getting into that territory where like you gotta win games over the teams you're supposed to beat. Like they're 2 games out of a playoff spot now. Like I know the last place thing is like a fun little tidbit. First time in last place this late in the season since 1992. But like now your playoff spot is starting to like get a little out of reach, and
Yeah,
that ain't fun.
yes, technically their record is okay and they're close enough that like basically if they do their job, they'll be generally where they need to be.
Mm-hmm.
But a big part of doing their job is going 5-1 over these next 6 games, please.
Nice.
I haven't been in this kind of place with the Yankees. It's been a long time. Maybe the first time ever I've had this feeling of desperation for a win. I don't know if 2021 I even felt this way.
No, 2013, 2014, those teams were pretty bad, but
those teams, they didn't feel like they were good teams.
Like, yeah, they didn't.
In my memory,
right.
And I was like in high school. I was like,
they were trotting out like
had other stuff going
Chris
on.
Stewart. They were trotting out Vernon Wells, Lyle Overbay. Ichiro was getting like 600 at bats. He was like 48 years old.
Lyle Overbay year was fun.
But you're right. The vibe around this team, the expectations coming into the season were not the same as 2013, 2014 Yankees. But
yeah, I mean, we're gonna spend the next 2 weeks both around the office and on certain airways. We don't have to dive in right now on it. But what are they gonna do? What changes are about to happen?
Interesting.
Because there are options. I don't know how much I like any of them. And now I'm on Ivan Nova's baseball reference page. Always where you want to end up. Ivan Nova.
Former Yankee great. Former Pittsburgh Pirate great.
Big fan of his.
He was awesome.
Back in the day, which, when you look at this, it doesn't fully add up. That 2013 year was good.
Hmm.
Um. Okay. Second half of the show.
Let's go.
Homer
Bird
draft.
draft.
It's the
It's the
Homer
bird draft.
draft.
Let's see.
And I believe you have tonight's first pick. Entire roster available to you.
You know how I get
Um,
with these drafts, bro. You know how I get, especially my first pick. It's not your usual first pick. Do you kind of sense where I'm going here?
I am curious where you're going,
I'm
actually.
going for a guy that used to hit a lot of home runs. Going for a guy that we traded for to hit a lot of home runs, who has hit some big home runs for your New York Yankees. My paisan. Anthony Rizzo breaks the streak tonight, folks.
Boy, would that hit.
That is a wild first pick. I understand. But I am using some of that DC juice. I'm pulling out all the stops. Pre-game show, Homer draft, Dan Can Magic, Rizzo. Nice majestic one. And he gets the silent treatment from his
Oh,
friend.
Yanks will do that.
He'll do that. Anything. Morale.
Uh,
Anthony Rizzo.
Yanks will do that. And I think I found my premonition.
Nice,
So
nice.
we'll get into that later. Don't know if it fully counts. My first pick, I will hit the Giancarlo Stanton button. He's been homering of late. One of the few guys to really believe in with this team. So I will choose to believe in him. And then it gets interesting with this second pick. What do you believe? What do you get excited about? And potentially one of the most exciting things that can happen that would make 5-1 feel really on the table um, is if Oswald Peraza really got
Yeah.
going here and hit a home run.
Caught lightning in a
So
bottle.
I think I'll be selecting him. The other Oswald is Waldo. Interested after yesterday's game. It'd be cool if that sparked something. He's not my pick. The other Oswald is.
Remember the
So
time
I'm
when we were
taking
like,
Peraza.
nice pick. Good picks. Remember the time when, as Yankee fans, we were clamoring for a lineup with Peraza, Volpe, and Cabrera in it, and now we have
Hmm.
it, and we're still questioning the lineup because of the veterans, mostly because of the veterans not
The
doing their
rest
job.
don't look. The rest doesn't feel good.
Even though, well, yeah, LeMay, who's not playing tonight, even though he arguably looked the best he has looked this season in Colorado, where he made his name. I gotta go with a right-hander because the pitcher for the Angels, I have his name, Griffin Canning, has given up 15 home runs in the first half. That's a lot. 10 of which have come to righties. So a righty's going deep tonight. I picked Rizzo for the sake of the team. I used my powers to help out our friend. Right hand, I'm either thinking Volpe or Glaber, and something's really telling me Glaber. So I'm gonna go with Glaber.
Glaber was a thought for me. I could see it.
Stan's a good pick. Stan got hot too in Colorado. There were some good things that come out of Colorado. I know we're very
Dude,
doom and gloom.
technically, on the whole, in that series, it didn't turn into that many runs, but the Yankees kind of hit the shit out of the ball a good amount of the series.
They did.
Not to a degree where it's like, oh, I'm not worried about them anymore. I'm worried.
We
And you
saw
need to
things from
see a
guys
lot
we wanted to
more,
see
but
things from. We saw things from guys we wanted to see things from. Stanton, LeMahieu, obviously not Rizzo or Volpe. Volpe. Oh, maybe Volpe a little bit, but
yeah, Volpe, I'd like to see. Oh, I have like an ask. I need Volpe on base twice tonight.
okay,
Just be back.
reasonable.
Um, Ideally a hit and a walk, but or at least two like total bases, and I'm counting walks in my total bases. Give me at least two total bases. So if
You're gonna
if he hits a
gamble.
double, cool. If he gets a single and a walk, I know gambling wise or like by official stats, the walk is not part of total bases, but
Could be.
just make that happen for me. And if you hit a homer, do something else too, because that's kind of always the Volpe thing.
Hmm. What's the over under on this game? You got
The
Sebi,
over under.
two
I
guys
have
with
the line.
two guys with large ERAs, robust ERAs.
Mm,
Is it like a disrespectful number, like 7.5?
um,
7.5 is
it is.
disrespectful.
It is above that. The line is 9 flat.
What?
9
9?
flat.
I haven't. That's the highest number I've been a part of on this show.
I think that may be correct. I'm gonna do a quick scroll.
7.5, 8 is it's disrespectful. 9
Ooh,
is a
we
slap in the face.
the finale of the A's series you and I did. The line was, I think, the highest number it's been all year at 9.5.
This is
Um,
pretty high.
when you and Rourke did Guardians, it got up to 9.5 too. Also, a
Really, with the
series
Guardians not having the best
finale.
lineup, I guess they were really banking on the Yankees
Yeah, I
to
don't
get
know. Yeah, was that did like Clark start that game or something? Um,
bad Clark.
interesting.
Nine and a
Interesting.
half. I'm looking forward to watch Otani.
Oh, that will be nice.
Just up close and up close as a baseball fan. He has the same numbers as Judge did last year through 90 whatever games, which is crazy.
And
And of
he's
course,
also a
like,
really good pitcher. So
is he
that's
pitching Wednesday? I saw a few rumblings.
I saw a rumor of that. We were chatting about it while watching the game yesterday, but I believe I saw someone in the chat mention that he was slated for Pittsburgh.
Nice.
So
Well,
maybe we're avoiding him on the mound. Or are
but
we
that would be great.
taking him with us to Kansas City? No, probably
Yes.
not.
Yeah, that's my premonition. Otani changes dugouts mid-series. Buster Olney validated, looked at as a saint. I have no problem with Buster Olney asking that question. It's literally the hottest question in sports right now.
Yeah, like I understand the want to go for it, and I understand people
ESPN.
thinking it sucks.
It's ESPN. It's a Sunday night game. That's like their thing, is to ask these hot button podcast questions.
Yeah,
Wasn't
I
expecting.
think everybody's kind of fine there. I haven't fully watched the clip. I'll be honest.
It's
We
July.
talked about it on the show today,
There's
but
not much going on in sports, so
yeah,
debate something.
it's the most interesting thing he could have asked him, because in the Angels,
Just think.
they're in a bad way and they're all hurt besides Otani. Man, the Yankees don't hit, but of late, Sevy doesn't pitch. Oh, I think I'm under, but like that's not necessarily something I feel great about. I think I'm under.
I think I'm gonna take the over. I had like a weird thought that the Yankees were gonna hit tonight.
I am hoping that I'm fading the fade.
I think they're gonna hit tonight, and I also think the Angels are gonna hit tonight too. So I would take the over. Another one of those like a 6-5 game would get you to the over.
I'm hoping
Something
for
like
an optimistic Sevy turns in a nice one. Because
course.
hey, sometimes, man, like just something as silly as switching to the stretch full time, like it sounds like he's going to be doing tonight. Sometimes that fucking fixes you.
That's the guy we root for.
Pitching is fickle, and I root for that guy, and I do
Everyone
have
does.
a permanent soft spot for Sevy. Sometimes you try to remember exactly why, but
Baby
no,
bomb.
I like Sevy. He's just like an OG.
OG Yank.
I really like him. He's one of those guys that like I don't know how many guys are above him as far as the list of like Yankees I've rooted hardest for. Greg Bird, I rooted crazy hard for.
I wanted Greg Bird to be a thing. Didi.
Didi, I loved. Gary, I never rooted harder for a
2016,
guy.
2017 Yankees.
So yeah, maybe that's the secret. It's just the Yankees who were like on the competitive team that were young and exciting.
Good times. Good times. What are you thinking, Premo? What are we thinking here?
I do kind of have one lined up.
Go
It's a
for it.
little bit cheating, so I'm going to see if I can find another one to accompany this. Um, they're gonna show us quite a bit of Frankie Montas on the bench tonight.
Yeah, didn't they like? It was like a big
He's
announcement that
he's
they're
like
seeing
joining
them.
the team.
He's
Yeah,
gonna see them.
he's just like literally with the team. So
He's gonna
we're gonna
lock
see
eyes.
quite. I think we're gonna see quite a bit of Frankie Montas footage. Whether that's him hanging out on the bench. Ooh, maybe we find like a friend that we like. Maybe that's what it is. He's gonna be like next to an unexpected, like person on the bench, like an unexpected friend.
Like,
Um,
I know Bowers isn't on the bench. I don't think he's traveling with the team yet, but a Bowers Montas friendship would be weird.
yeah, yeah. Is he boys with Billy McKinney, the A's days?
McKinney. I feel like if you play for the A's over the last 3 or 4 years, you have a brotherhood because it's like, wow, this organization sucks. This stadium sucks. Let's remember these times together.
Is that yeah? Or yeah, I think it's gonna be at least one of McKinney or Franchi. What was? Let's see. Was McKinney on the A's same time he was? Yes, he was. He was there with them. He was with the A's through it was the first like 5 weeks of the season. So congratulations, Billy McKinney, on being friends with Frankie Montas. We will see you two watching the game from the dugout together, probably elbows over the rail.
Elbows over the rail, Montas sighting. I mean, that's a given, I think. All right, I'm trying to think premonition. Don't think Boone is gonna do anything weird, but not out of the question. Um,
Ooh, I hope he does. We'll be talking to him tomorrow.
he's gonna rip a grid, that's for sure.
Oh, he for sure gridded today.
We got IKF
Maybe.
and left. How about I like Peraza to make like a sparkling play. This isn't a sexy premonition, but like you said before, like Peraza could be the spark. He could be something. They desperately need a spark. I think he's gonna hit. Made that boneheaded base running blunder, got that out of his system. I think he makes like a outstanding diving play to his glove side at third, and also has 2 hits. And we're like, okay, I like this guy. Third baseman of the future, whatever, shortstop of the future, maybe a potential center of a trade. But I think Peraza has a nice night with a defensive. Put a star next to it.
I'd love that. He had that one play he got to make it third. That throw impressed me. I
Not
know he's
every
a glove first. He's a fielding first guy who happens to hit a ton, and the Yankees just have not given him any chance, despite being ready for a
Ooh,
full year now.
got a
But
passing button.
can pass him.
First off, speedy recovery to Jeff. That was crazy to read about. Got broken
Yeah,
vertebrae. So
that sounds like that could have gone horrible. So
yeah, that was nuts. So number one, we hope you get better, Jeff. Number two, Josh Donaldson's calf strain is high enough grade that is considered a tear. He doesn't have a timetable to return. Doesn't know if he has a shot to make it back this season. That is via Greg Joyce of the New York Post.
seeing a little bit of that.
Do with that information what you will. That kind of goes right into our Peraza points.
Yeah, well, if he's gonna be out, play
I'm
Peraza.
laughing at a comment I just read. Donaldson sparking this team by not playing is just rude, but also fun.
I've been like
Alexander
saying it kind of around the like it. He's gonna be a great hitting coach one day. Let's start now.
right? Yeah, just use something. I'm not going to see him. He's gonna be down in Tampa.
He's gonna be actually a great hitting coach. Like that dude loves baseball. He loves talking hitting.
Yeah,
Let's do a little
swings.
trial run.
He's
Fix
fixed
Trevor
many
Plouffe 2 years too late.
He needs to fix Trevor Plouffe's BB4 swing. Oh,
If he
burn.
can, if Josh could give it another look. I don't know, like let him have Twitter again or something. Just try something, JD.
He's going to be in Tampa for a while, according to that tweet.
He'll hang out in Tampa. That sucks for him.
Yeah, it sucks.
I hope he's able to not feel pain in his day-to-day movement. I haven't gotten, and before we get to your promo, which I don't believe you've given yet, right?
Yeah, I said Peraza. Nice play.
Oh yes. So this is just a closing thought, I guess. I like I like maybe really hurt my forearm bowling this weekend. First time I went bowling in 6
Bowling's
years.
bowling you use muscles you don't normally use in your arms.
Yeah, I think we're overall okay. I was like tossing a blitz ball at the office with Mitch, so I think we're in a good spot, and
Talk to Panic about it.
it's probably just I did talk to Panic about it for a while. He said give it another day before you like let yourself be actually worried about it. And my dad's a doctor in this apartment somewhere, so
Hey, yeah, go
I could
talk to
talk
Panic.
to him too. Um,
Give it a day before you hit up
turned
pops.
tw- turned 26 since the last time we did a pregame show, so got to
Oh,
get health insurance too.
your health insurance
Um,
number one. Now you're having nagging weird injuries from minor,
yeah, from both,
mildly athletic activities.
and yeah, and it was just, I mean, that was a no-win situation for me because it was like friend's birthday. We were just going out bowling after like we did like a backyard bash all day,
Oh, I like
and
that.
then and like the people at the party, the ones who knew this informed the ones that didn't, that I bowled in high school. Like I was on the bowling team, and I wasn't good then. I wasn't like a good bowler. I joined the team to be on a team.
So that
Um,
explains the story you posted of you as a bowler.
yes,
Wondering
that
what
is.
what the inspiration was behind that.
So I show up and I have to like put in a pretty like real effort and have like a not embarrassed, like everyone else was allowed to just be like bad at bowling, and that's
Right, and
funny.
you have to be the guy that played in high school.
It's like I have to be like at least okay. So I broke 100, and that's all I needed. In an ideal world, I would have liked to at least, I would have been like actually happy with myself coming off 6 years without bowling.
Gotta
I
break
would have,
the hundo.
I would have been really stoked about like a 130.
We all gotta go play. We gotta go finally do what Panic has been wanting to do for months, and all go bowling.
Yeah. Oh, Panic would love to. I think I need another month off, and then maybe I'll go back to it.
No,
But
they're passing.
because I actually was enjoying it. But yeah, one of the times I was messing around with different ball weights, and one of them I tried I went up to the 14, and that's probably the one that tweaked something. But whatever.
You went to the heavier
Uh,
balls.
yeah, because when I like bowled, I only did like a 12.
Stick to the eight
I assumed
pounders.
assumed I got a little stronger. I didn't. Um, apparently, I was mostly using they had they had multiple 11s in like our rack. I don't know.
Wow.
Bowled okay overall. Wasn't the best. Didn't care about not being the best, and I did that fine. I'm pissed that like my forearm actually hurts.
Because
It's crazy.
you could potentially go. Oh
That's
well, welcome to getting
that's
old.
so stupid.
Welcome to getting
That's
old.
so stupid.
Imagine how I feel after a blitzball tournament. Nestor
Yeah.
will pitch start a rehab assignment on Saturday for Gary Phillips, Yankees beat
Oh,
writer,
good.
Burke Daily News. So,
That's good. That's a real update. That's nice.
so
Well,
Donaldson's career as a Yankee looks like it's over, and Nestor Cortez is on the mend. We're coming back soon.
I like that. I'm glad we don't have to play another ball and play league game right now, because I don't know how pitching would go for that for me with the forearm thing. And everybody should watch the ball and play league. I believe Hook Line Sinker's first playoff game is going to be tomorrow night, but you can watch Forgotten Rotten versus We Got Ice in the game that went out last night on the Warehouse Games
Yes,
channel.
check it out. We're doing a
Check
lot
it
of stuff.
out. I had the lowest economy in pool play, which was a
Sounds
fun
cool.
discovery. And since then I've just been looking at stats, and a lot of them, and I have the full season stats. Those were fun. So yes, everyone go watch something on the channel. Enjoy on this channel, another one. Anything. Go send us a nice tweet or something. Go leave a nice comment on here. We love you. Enjoy the Yankees. Dan, any last words for the people before we stand up?
Rizzo, home run.
Rizzo.
Rizzo.